We're not the only water source in Massachusetts having this. Last summer, many state beaches like this were closed for the same reasons. We'll probably see a spike, the same spikes over in Saxonville and also at Learned. There's a lot going on around trying to improve the water quality.
That's because there's a lot going on in the water here at Waushakum, even if we can't necessarily see it. While beach closures can happen for various reasons, the most recent culprit for Waushakum Beach's closure was E. coli. And in case you're wondering where E. coli comes from, well, there's really no way to sugarcoat it.
I'm sorry, fecal matter. So when people don't pick up after their dogs, and just nature that's out there, that's all dumping in, and that's where you get your E. coli spike.
That's Liz Caprillion, Framingham resident and volunteer with Friends of Waushakum, which advocates for Waushakum Ponds Beach and the surrounding area. Just minutes after our interview, she was hard at work, cleaning up animal waste left behind by geese, which can be a contributing factor of E. coli contamination. That's according to Robin Williams with the City of Framingham's Public Health Department. They're constantly monitoring water quality at all of Framingham's bathing beaches.
The state has a regulation for bathing beaches, and on a weekly basis, we test the water for enterococci, which is better known as E. coli, and the state has certain parameters around acceptable water quality. So you can get sick if you ingest the water, things like vomiting, diarrhea, stomach cramps.
But E. coli is just one piece to a much larger puzzle regarding Waushakum's water quality. Framingham's Deputy Director of Parks and Recreation, Allison Elliott, was previously the city's stormwater and environmental engineer for public works.
Every time it rains, the stormwater washes off of our properties, comes off the roads into our storm drain system, and ultimately discharges to our water bodies. The issue that we have is that along the way, it can collect pollutants, litter, and pet waste, oils and greases from cars that are leaking on the roadway into our storm drain system and into the lake. People may not be aware that the things that they're doing on their own properties are actually influencing the water quality, even if they're not lakefront properties. The fertilizers that you put on your lawn contain nutrients such as phosphorus.
Phosphorus, which is essentially the end result of organic matter decaying, is another challenge for our local water bodies. For example, in autumn, when leaves fall off of the trees into Waushakum, that adds new organic material to the pond's phosphorus load. The same is true when those phosphatic fertilizers Allison just mentioned wash into the pond, and so on. Excessive amounts of nutrients in the water, like phosphorus, then create perfect conditions for cyanobacteria. Dominic Portelli with the City of Framingham's Conservation Department explains.
Cyanobacteria is one of the sort of words probably a lot of members of the public have heard tossed around. It's sort of a microorganism that behaves similarly to algae, so algae blooms are a common word. When cyanobacteria sort of grows out of control, it has the potential to release toxins which can make the water dangerous to humans and animals. So the Conservation Department is interested in mitigating those blooms to the extent possible.
Here at Waushakum, that can entail water treatment via the city's annual aquatic vegetation management program. Herbicide strategies designed to gently push back excessive plant growth are currently limited, however, due to the presence of an endangered species in the pond. Therefore, implementing nature-based solutions to improve water quality is a top priority for the city.
It's really important that we try to incorporate nature-based solutions. And so behind me is our new infiltration basin that has taken the stormwater outflow from directly next to the water and pulled it back so that it has all of this space to filter and get out some of those nutrients before getting into the water body right next to our swimming area.
This new system filters water at just one of over 10 different outflows into Waushakum Pond, but Allison says it's a step forward. Her department, the Department of Conservation, DPW, as well as residents like Liz Caprillion all agree every effort, big or small, makes a difference. Still, more challenges lie ahead, exacerbated by increasingly unpredictable weather.
Actually, when this was reopened by the mayor in 2022, it actually had excellent water quality for a while. But I think we're really in a time of climate change, and when you get lots of repeat rain, flooding the storm system, dumping more organic matter, which is phosphorus, that's all triggering with the heat. We see elevated heat.